In Japan, there was a strict tradition. If a man was caught cheating, he would be stripped naked in front of the entire family, given only an oiled paper umbrella, and banished from the house. To prevent her husband from straying, his wife smeared flour all over his private area before he left home. If he returned and the flour remained intact, it meant he had behaved himself. But the wife had no idea. Her husband already had a countermeasure. Every time he fooled around, he would rinse the area clean, then reapply the flour before returning home. This way, he could fool her inspection. However, one day, the wife changed tactics. Instead of just checking the flour, she dipped her fingers in it and tasted it. The husband panicked and pretended to be angry, shoving her away. But the wife instantly snapped. She had added salt to the flour that morning. Now, tasting none of it, she realized he had washed it off. With the truth exposed, the man had no choice but to strip off all his clothes before the entire clan. What no one expected. He was a champion sumo wrestler. Instead of showing shame, he slammed one of the mocking relatives to the ground. There was not a trace of guilt or regret. No one else dared to speak. Even after making such a shameful mistake, he walked out with the pride of a victor. His arrogance drove his wife mad on the spot. When his friend heard the story, he burst into laughter. But in a society where gender roles were deeply unequal, a cheating man was seen as a criminal. No one wanted him, so he followed his friend and became a fleece samurai, not for cleaning cats, but for serving lonely widows. He moved into the slums, where all the outcasts and poor lived. One day, a child came down with a fever. No doctor would visit such a place. The man ran to seek help from his friend. On the way, he was knocked flat by a feudal lord's carriage. To save him, the friend offered up a family heirloom sword to convince the doctor. The doctor saw the sword was fake, but agreed to help anyway. As time passed, the treatment of men worsened. The emperor began cracking down on male beauty. As fleece samurai, the two men were implicated. They were captured and prepared for a terrifying punishment.